It's 5:30 on this peaceful North Queensland morning in December, and my brother Adrian and I have decided to walk from Bluewater all the way into Townsville. Come with us and see what we get up to.
Yes, join us for what turned out to be a 42-kilometre journey from the rural township of Bluewater through the train yards of Yabulu, along the Bruce Highway, veering off to the summits of Mount Louisa, and into Townsville City itself, where we ended at the Strand.
Not so common to see these single-lane rural roads anymore. This is one of the few in Bluewater that never got widened. Coming to the end of James Street, and this is going to be our first spot of bush bashing for the day. What do you reckon, up the middle bit here?
Yeah. Apparently there's a crocodile that lives not too far down.
Really? A freshie?
No, like a saltwater.
A saltwater crocodile?
Yeah.
Well, you heard it from Adrian, saltwater crocodiles inhabit this area. So we just found the Altheus Creek, and we're going to walk upstream a bit until we reach the railway line. Lived in Bluewater for about 20 years of my life and never even knew this waterhole existed. This is the problem when we choose the middle of the wet season to do this kind of trip. And this here is Healy Creek. Came here once for my high school geography class, and we did an excursion to Healy Creek and tested the water at various intervals. I don't remember much from it except that it smelt very bad.
Oh.
It's a bit unsafe.
Yeah.
Along the old abandoned railway line, and if you went up that way up until about 20 years ago, it used to get you to Greenvale, but the line is closed now. Some very pleasant North Queensland graffiti here on this old abandoned tank. I'm gonna get in.
Are you?
Yeah.
Check it out. Jeez.
Thanks.
Whoa, that sounds fucking crazy.
This is completely nuts. Definitely, people have definitely come camping in here before. Bottles of beer on the ground, wine, and old lawnmower. Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. I certainly did not have that on my bucket list of today. Hello, old boys. After a bunch of bush bashing, we found the Queensland nickel loadout, which is where they used to take the nickel and offload it and then take it to the port. As much as we'd love to jump the fence, we've decided it's probably not viable for us to do that at this point because it's highly illegal, but it's a very interesting thing to see from the good side of the fence. Using the fire extinguisher as a bridge. Not quite sure where we are. We're somewhere on the outskirts of the nickel refinery, but we found a shortcut through the bush here that's going to get us a bit closer to where we want to be. Looks like some wild pig tracks there. This is the grossest, muddiest track so far.
It's a big snake there.
Oh really? Oh
Yeah.
shit.
I might stood on it. He is just about to go me as well.
Wow. Yeah, he's not happy.
No.
I reckon down here, but it's a bit vertical.
Ah, give it a go.
Yeah. Oh shit. Damn it. Ooh.
I am definitely gonna fall if
Yeah.
you did. Fuck.
Jesus Christ. Now I'm worried about snakes. And here we are at the mighty Black River, which is not particularly mighty at the moment, but more mighty than it usually is. What's going on up here? Someone dumped all their exercise books. Health and safety. Townsville, Bowen and Ingham Street Directory. We're well past the point of caring about wet shoes. Alright, we've passed Black River and we're coming into Jensen now. Up in the distance we can see Mount Louisa, which we're going to head up and skirt across the ridge before we make our way into Townsville. They're expecting 200 mils of rainfall overnight. We haven't got it, at least here in this part of Townsville. But right there they've set up this little station where you can fill your own sandbags to help with any flooding that might occur. How many of these open pits have we seen now, Adrian?
Like 5 at least?
It's super dangerous.
Yeah.
We might have to talk to Mayor Nick DeMeadow about that, get him to fix this stuff up. They weren't lying when they said it was a floodway back there. We're nearly 20 kilometers through and we're going to stop up here at the Deerigan shops to get a pie from the BP service station, but then we're going to go to Shell to get a coffee. Adrian tells me that the pies are better at BP, but the coffee's better at Shell.
I know my service.
That's what you get for working in the railroads for so long. There's the old high school, Northern Beaches State High. Been a long time since I was there. Thanks to BP for the free water. Good looking pie from BP. Show us how to make this incredible Shell coffee.
Strong one?
Yeah, sure. Alright, have to try this magical Shell coffee now. Actually, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad
Yeah.
for $3.
Yeah, for $3. Rain's starting to pick up now. We've just crossed the highway and we're going to explore this little median strip in between the two sides of the highway. Oh, and look, there's a stolen car over there. Look at him. Encountering lots of number plates along our walk here. We're coming up to the Bowley Bridge now, and this is probably the most dangerous section of this walk we'll do today, just because there's no other way to get us across. I guess we could get into the river itself, but it's saltwater crocodile infested, so no thanks. It's ridiculous, it's not even a shoulder to walk on here. Actually, that was pretty good timing. Minimal cars encountered along that quite dangerous crossing of the bridge. Now that we've cleared the monstrosity that is Bruce Highway, we're going to take a right turn to come into the neighborhood of Cosgrove, and that's going to lead us up to these giant water tanks that are sitting on the top of Mount Louisa, and we'll continue along the ridge of Mount Louisa until we basically get into the suburb of Mount Louisa, and then we'll continue on towards Townsville. 26 k's down, and we've got our first proper ascent up a hill. So we're at the Mount Louisa bulk water treatment facility. Clearly we're not going to go in there, but apparently there's a bush track that winds around the outside of this complex. Bush passion fruit here. There we go, look at that. Delicious. So we've just passed the water tank, and now there's this nice single lane bush track that's hopefully going to take us the rest of the way along Mount Louisa. Now we're at this little crossing along the hill where we can see the suburb of Mount Louisa down this side and the suburb of Kerwin down this side. Are you ready for another ascent?
Not really. I'm knackered.
The trail that we took up here was not part of the official trail, but now we are on the official Mount Louisa track. And I got to say, if you're from Townsville and you've never done Mount Louisa before, it's well worth it. You should get yourself up here and try it one day. Here we are at 160 meters above sea level with beautiful views all across Townsville's airport and out to Magnetic Island. We ventured off the official trail again and found our way onto this very overgrown single lane trail that's hopefully going to take us right to the far end of Mount Louisa. Yeah, I think not so many people come up here. Adrian just got stung by a wasp.
More than one.
More than one? Shit, how you feeling?
Pretty sore.
Oh. I was going first and they didn't get me. Adrian came second and they got him instead. That sucks. The further up this path we get, the more difficult it is to see where it goes. Don't even think there is a path anymore. We're just making our way through the bush at this stage. What do you reckon, Adrian? Is the aim to get up there to this other summit?
Yeah, I think so.
Or do we skirt around? Okay, to the next summit. Adrian just found on all trails there is a named track. This is called the Mount Louisa Crest Trail.
Yep.
But it looks like not many people come up here at all. I'd be surprised if there's one or two a month, if that, because it's so overgrown up here.
There really is no fucking track, is there?
But I have to say, despite there not being a real track, this is 10 out of 10 in terms of adventure. I love it. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's good.
There we go. Some kind bushwalker has left a mark to show us we're on the right trail. Again, thank you, fellow bushwalker, for lighting the way and for drawing these arrows on the rocks. That's not very nice. A very nice view over Kerwin and the southwestern suburbs of Townsville. It's a pretty epic looking spider's web right there. Gross. In the space of about 100 meters, we went from this piece of shit, fake it till you make it wallaby track to this wide, beautiful, cleared, green, really nice bushwalking trail. Made it to the third and final summit of Mount Louisa. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's good.
Head back down?
Yeah, go back down.
We just reached the 30-kilometer mark and we were deliberating if there was a trail down here that's going to get us off the mountain. We don't think there is, so we've come back up here and we're going to take this trail instead. Never been up Mount Louisa before. This is definitely the first time I've ever seen this view of Townsville. Oh, I'm afraid we didn't see this sign until we came down. Oh well. The ridiculous thing is we are actually following a trail that's listed on all trails, but whoever put it there is a complete friggin' moron, because this is not a trail at all. Ah, we found civilization. Adrian just spotted a house up there. Oh, another rock wallaby.
Yeah?
You see him?
Oh yeah, there's a couple of them.
Yeah.
See ya.
No, it's someone's house up here. And we reached the end of the bush bashing part of this adventure. Back to regular civilization. Now, I was just wondering to myself before, how come I've never seen this section of Townsville before? And now it all makes sense, because it's locked behind a gate. Pretty busy in here. We've just pulled in to fill up the water bottles. Picked up an iced coffee from Otto's Fresh Food Market. Delicious. Adrian's stopping to tend to his blisters, and I've seen just up the road here, there's a childcare centre called My Little Feet. Adrian's a real trooper right now. His feet are completely cut up with blisters. He considered pulling out, but he's still going, and he's going to make it to the end, to the strand. How do you feel with your feet?
Fucking terrible.
Well, there's a scooter there if you want it, though.
Good idea.
Heading now into the V8 supercar track, which is something I've never really seen before in Townsville, so this is new territory for me.
Next one. Yeah.
Behold, the city of Townsville. There we go, crack the 40. And right in front of the North Queensland, what's it called? The Cowboy Stadium? Queensland Country Bank Stadium, there you go. Adrian was just telling me he took part in smashing the world record for the number of people abseiling in a 12-hour period here at the stadium back in 2022. 1,372 people took part in the event, and they indeed smashed the world record. So congrats, Adrian. You're a world record holder.
I am.
Cowboys legend Jonathan Thurston. Here we have the iconic sugar shaker that's dominated the Townsville skyline for as long as I can remember. It's been very nice to explore the pedestrian pathways there around the V8s and the stadium and coming into the city. It's been a long time since I did that. Townsville City is dead as a doorknob, as you saw, but we're hoping that the new mayor, Nick DeMetto, is going to change things around very soon and pump it back up a bit. We're about a kilometre away before we reach the Strand, and we finally get to have a beer at the Seaview Hotel.
Well deserved.
Yes, very much. St. James Cathedral, beautiful. Oh, there we are. We made it to the Strand. It's been long, slightly painful for me, extremely painful for Adrian. About 200 more meters and then we'll call it quits for the day. All right, so we made it to the Seaview Hotel. I'm going to end this walk right here.
Time for a beer.
Yeah, time for a beer. 42.5 kilometers, 10 hours and 13 minutes. My God. Well, cheers to a good walk.
Yeah, cheers, man. That's tough.
Good 42 Ks. The question is, would you do that again?
Yeah, probably.
I would as well, yeah. I think you'd want to have Band-Aids wrapped around your entire feet to protect you from the blisters. But yeah, that was good.
Go in the opposite direction. Go Rolling Stone.
Yeah, Rolling Stone, exactly. Cheers.
If you enjoyed that, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also check out some of my previous Townsville adventures. We've climbed Mount Halifax, kayaked up and down Ross River, and when I lived in Canada, I rode my bike 200 kilometres to see Townsville Court in regional Ontario. Thanks everyone, see you next time, and let me leave you with some more diesel tank acoustics.
Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Oh Lord, kumbaya. Wow.